I have some uniquely bad news about a fan favorite attraction. Hey, what's going on everybody? Rick here, back at Universal Studios Florida, sooner than I thought I would be, to give you some park updates and show you what's new. Now normally I would be recording an Islands of Adventure update video today, but I have so many updates for studios, I couldn't wait until Monday to show this to you. And we'll get to that uniquely bad news when we reach the attraction it applies to. The map holder here is currently full of daytime theme park maps, but good news, that's right, I do have some good news for today's video. The Halloween Horror Nights map, they are available now. They have arrived in the park for those visiting during HHN hours. They're very helpful and they make an excellent souvenir for Halloween Horror Nights. Over here at the old Shrek 4D attraction, they have erected this steel frame. I don't think this is part of the old facade. I think this is part of the new facade, which is widely rumored to be a new Minions attraction. But progress is occurring as we can see this new steel frame taking shape. And over here at Rip Ride Rockit, they have added the final piece of the side banner. It's complete and it's looking good. And by the way, the standby wait time is 20 minutes and the single rider line is open. And people say it's never open. It is sometimes open. And listen very closely to the words I'm saying. Rip Ride Rockit is the fastest ride at Universal Studios Florida. Leave a comment if you disagree, but remember, I'm being tricky. Inside of the Betty Boop and the Hello Kitty retail complex, they have a Betty Boop press penny machine with 4 designs. 3 of them are for Betty Boop. This one for I Love Lucy. The Betty Boop penny machine is one of those fun crank style penny machines, and for this one it's $1 per penny. I don't think there's an option for multiple pennies. And they also have a press penny machine for Hello Kitty, 8 different penny options, all Hello Kitty, $1 each, or 8 for $5. Now remember, we're going to do this every update video. I will show you different press penny machines in every one, so make sure you're subscribed and have the bell notification on. I have a couple of updates for you inside of the 5 and dime if I can get by Beetlejuice. They have released a new magnet here in the 5 and dime, $12. They release a new one every Wednesday. This one is in honor of the classic Monsters HHN house, 12 bucks. Here we have a Halloween Horror Nights album. The album is $60, but that's not what I want to tell you about. There will be a album signing by the Midnight Syndicate on October 5th here at the 5 and dime from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And let me show you this. Now they are selling this at multiple places, not just the 5 and dime, but they do have HHN gift cards and they can be loaded with as few as $5. And there is one press penny machine here in the 5 and dime. It's for the classic Monsters, $1 each, or collect all 8 for $5. You got your classics, Dracula, Frankenstein's monster, Bride of Frankenstein, Wolfman, Creature from the Black Lagoon, etc., etc. Here on the corner of Hollywood and Vine, those Mardi Gras beads are still hanging on to this lamppost. As sometimes, today is that time. The Media Center is open for previews today. If you meet certain criteria and demographics, you may be able to preview, I don't know, a movie, a show, commercials. I think I've done all those. Today the Media Center is previewing a show. It's one of the cool previews where they hook you up to all these biometric machines that tracks like your heart rate, and they track your eyes to see who you're watching on the screen. Usually get a pretty good gift card with that one. And now into the kids zone. The E.T. Adventure attraction. Unfortunately, this is home to that uniquely bad news. So you guys are familiar with the free backstage tours that they do at most of the attractions here at Universal? If you're not, I've done a video on it. I will leave a link to it. But some uniquely bad news was learned about the E.T. attraction during one of these free backstage tours. You see, one of the favorite things, or most memorable things about the E.T. attraction is the queue, and it's the smell of the queue. That pine tree scent Well, unfortunately, during one of these free backstage tours this week, the uniquely bad news was learned that the company that makes the scent, the smell for the queue, I mean, that is one of the most beloved things about the ET Adventure attraction, is the smell of the queue, that pine tree smell. Well, the company that provides that to Universal has gone out of business, according to the tour leader on that backstage tour. Also mentioned was that they don't have a backup plan. It's like they're just going to let the scent dissipate and disappear over time. So maybe administration and management, maybe they are working on a backup plan. Maybe they are trying to source a different provider of that smell. But oh, if it goes away, I mean, what are we going to do? What are we going to do about that? We love that smell. Should we just bring our own candles? There's tons of scented candles dedicated to that ETQ smell. Maybe we just all bring our own candle and walk through the queue. Sorry I had to share that bad news with you, but let's just hope the part about them not knowing what they're going to do about it is not true. Now, believe it or not, that is not the only smell-related update I have for you. Wait till we get to New York City. I mean, it affects everything in the park, but I'm not going to tell you until we get to New York. Oh, wait till you hear this.
Well, hello, Doc Emma Brown here with my new and improved mind reading device, my Bluetooth. Oh, there's a lot of mines around here, so I have to have it off.
So you made some enhancements to it?
Absolutely.
And here it lights up a little better. It's kind of bright right now, but it does light up a little better?
It does.
Oh, cool.
It does.
Does it help you read minds better?
A lot more.
Okay.
Minds that I shouldn't be reading.
Always fun to run into Doc, whether or not he's wearing a new mind-reading cap or not. But now, let's head into Springfield. So here in Springfield, I told you when Dufftoberfest started. I didn't tell you when it ended. Now, it is supposed to last all the way through Halloween Horror Nights, which is October 31st. But I've been told they usually run out of beer before then, about a week and a half before the end of Halloween Horror Nights. So what does that mean? What am I telling you? I'm telling you, get that Dufftoberfest beer while you can. Don't dawdle on Dufftoberfest. Inside of the MIB gear shop, they have this Demon Slayer t-shirt for $28. And Demon Slayer mugs for $20. And Day of the Dead mask for $50. This one's $55. Good news if you're going to Halloween Horror Nights, the Good Guys Chucky photo op is now fully operational. You can be the Chucky. There is a Wizarding World item I want to show you. I know it's in City Walk. I don't know if it's here in Diagon Alley. Let's find out. And right where it ought to be, inside of Bergen and Berks, they now have Death Eater masks for sale for $30. Like I said, I did find this elsewhere in the park, but of course, it just had to be here in Bergen and Berks. It's kind of habit now to show you the wait time for Escape from Gringotts, which today is a 45-minute standby wait, which I think is a little higher than the last few times that I've shown you the wait time for this. I feel so bad about giving you bad news regarding the ET attraction. How about some good news? Hogwarts Express has now reopened. You can now travel between Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley freely on the Hogwarts Express if you have a park-to-park ticket. Believe it or not, there's something inside of Louie's restaurant I've never reviewed. I've never had it. Let's go have it today. Louie's Meatball Sub. $12.79. Meatballs, marinara sauce, cheese, a bun. I've never had it. Let's see what I think of it. Well, there we go. I cut it in half so you can see on the inside. About to take my first bite. Coming up, a Rix Quick food review. All done with my meatball sub from Louie's. What did I think? First of all, let me say, by no means am I a connoisseur of meatball sandwiches or meatball subs. I think, to be honest, the only meatball sub that I've ever eaten is from Subway. So that's what I have to compare it to. And it's on par with what you would get from Subway as far as the sauce and the meatball and the cheese. I would say I think the bread is better at Louie's. So there you go. It's everything you would expect from a meatball sub is what you're going to get there, the one provided there at Louie's. So I told you, it's a quick food review, and this one was really quick. And for dessert, you know what? They had like 4 desserts there. 3 were cheesecake, but I think we may go to the Today Cafe for dessert. But before we go to the Today Cafe, I did promise you some other smelly news. So here's the deal. There's bathrooms in each section of the park. The front of the park, like the New York City section of the park, Springfield, the kids zone, etc., etc. Different sections of the park, of course, have their own bathrooms. Well, now they have their own smells. The bathrooms I'm talking about. Each bathroom in each section has a different smell. So New York bathrooms will smell different than Springfield bathrooms. Springfield bathrooms, they're going to smell different than what you have in the kids zone, etc., so on and so forth. So there you go. Breaking bathroom smell news, only brought to you by Rix Flix. So leave a comment, what do you think of that news? I guarantee you, no other theme park vlogger is going to bring you such in-depth coverage of Universal than what I do. I mean, who else is going to mention the bathroom smells to you? What can I say? I cover it all. Inside of the Halloween Horror Nights tribute store, they have updated one of the Moldoramas to be this cat with a witch's hat. They also have this glow-in-the-dark Boss Witch t-shirt for $35. And for $30, I Am the Treat t-shirt. Also $30 if you're a fan of the stadium show they put on here for HHN, Halloween Nightmare Fuel Wildfire. They have that as well. Like I said, 30 bucks. Okay, let's make our way over for some dessert. The Today Cafe has 4 Halloween-inspired treats. Let me show them to you and try one of them. Here we have a Highgate Cemetery marble cake, and I think the symbol on this means that it's vegetarian. And then we have the coconut yuzu, I'm going to call it, the coconut yuzu eyeball, which is for the gluten sensitive, and then the ether, cookies and cream mousse. The Hallows Eve caramel apple pop, also vegetarian. The prices will range from about $4 to about $6 for these. One day in the future, we'll get Nikki to review this eyeball that's gluten-free. And I decided to go with the ether. It's a mousse. I like mousse. It was really hard to pick between this and the marble cake, but as you can see, the ether won out. And here is what it looks like on the inside. The ether, cookies and cream mousse. Did I like it? Would I buy it again? Yes and yes, but I am partial to mousse, and I did like that one. I really like the chocolate center. It had a chocolate center. That was good. I would recommend that, and I would buy it again. What a smelly video. How interesting that I would have 2 updates centered around smells. That usually doesn't happen. In fact, this video right here does not involve smells. If you're not interested in smells, go watch that one. Don't miss the magic. Don't miss the fun. Click right here.